You think men prefer a natural body or a BBL?
BBL.
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 BBL. BBL.
BBL.
BBL.
BBL. BBL.
Do you prefer natural bodies or BBL bodies?
Natural.
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 We was coming out the car and we was walking and some girls was like, yeah. I'm like, excuse me? And the bitch was a dyke. It's giving body. Let me show y'all. Body. What's giving? Come. What's giving? Only thing is that you bitches ain't have no body. Only thing is you bitches is whack. Cheap Brooklyn bitch. Ooh. And I'm from Brooklyn. I don't got nothing against y'all. Sorry.
Chat, are women actually getting BBLs for themselves, like they tell us that they are? Or is it secretly for the male gaze? Let's take a look at that today.
I think the reason why natural bodies are highly sought after, it has nothing to do with the way that you look. It has everything to do with how you feel about yourself. And it just further proves that women will listen to women about men before listening to men. There was a video circulating about random women being asked whether or not they think men prefer a BBL body versus a natural body, and all of them said BBL, and then all of the men that were asked the same question at random had said the opposite, that they prefer natural. Granted, I understand why a lot of women feel that way, because of what they see on social media and whatever else, or even when I see a woman with a fat ass walk by, fake or real, I'm going to look. So like, I expect men to do the same, because I'm not even attracted to women like that. And so I think that they misconstrue the fact that men enjoy toys like that, because typically women who get work like that done objectify themselves however they can in order to come up, and that's okay if that's the lane that you want to be in. But I do think that it's disposable, and the reason why I think that is because there's no self-love in that. I have this long, elongated ass torso, stubby ass legs. I had to build what I'm working with right now. There's been times where I looked at shit and I'm like, do I want to go that route? I don't, because it's not me. Like, I would rather be the best version of whatever the fuck I have to work with and be that. I could appreciate women who get shit done, and I can appreciate women that are natural. I don't have a dog in the race.
Right now, I'm on Instagram arguing with fucking all the BBL warriors, bitch. Because what the fuck? Why do y'all
You arguing with all of them? What did you do?
be getting all those surgeries, BBLs, lip fillers, all changing your appearance in your face just to still be insecure and be the most hater ass bitches? Y'all bitches be hating. The BBL war, y'all bitches be hating. Y'all think y'all hot shit because y'all got an ass. Y'all first combat be, oh, you skinny, you bony, you just mad 'cause you ain't got an ass, you mad 'cause you ain't got a body. Hold on, pause, babies. I don't have to change my face. I don't gotta change my body to get a nigga to fuck with me or spend money on me. Ha! The gag. That's what y'all have to fucking do, bitch. I don't have to do that shit. But I don't like shit like that. I'm in the goddamn Instagram. I'm tagging the bitches, cause bitch, what? Then I go to y'all page. Yeah, you got the BBL. The legs don't match. Face don't match. Teeth. Girl, let's talk about it.
Ooh.
The fuck? Girl. And no, I'm not trying to make it no like damn war between skinny and thick girls. But the bitches who be getting BBLs and shit, y'all be trying to goddamn talk shit, and whole time y'all be talking shit, they ain't nothing but secret animosity, secret insecurity. Low key, you still want to be a skinny bitch. You want to have this personality that a skinny bitch have, and you don't have it. You want to have the clout that a skinny bitch have, and you don't have it. The fuck?
It's crazy. That is crazy.
And then, yep, you can take this cup. We have a restroom right over here, so you can pee in that cup, okay?
And then once you do that, Miss Hot, you can just leave it right there and then you're good to go.
Okay.
Do you have any allergies?
No.
Okay, that's what she asked.
Oh, she really about to go through it.
Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to move forward with this procedure in the event that you are pregnant.
Oh my God. This girl live an adventurous life.
Can't be. So how long do I got till I can come back?
Yeah, I'm going to say about 3 months. 3 months, 6 months, yeah. 3 to 6 months. That's a full recovery time. That's for general or cosmetic surgeries.
Okay. Well, I came all the way 8 hours away.
What that mean?
I'm so sorry. There's nothing that we're going to be able to do. We're not going to be able to move forward with the procedure if you're pregnant or breastfeeding.
Oh my God, that is so crazy. The way she smiled when she heard the pregnant thing, I feel like she knew already. She knew the possibility.
Girls that, because I feel like people get BBLs because they see women that have BBLs that get the male attraction, the male appraisals, the male like, ooh, wow, that her body, but the thing is, those women that are getting BBLs have also been insecure and they're seeking validation from man. The Bible tells us to seek validation from God and God alone.
In 2025, where we're all talking about, you know, who's a girl's girl and who's not, I just want to come on here and tell y'all the number one way I can easily spot a girl who is not a girl's girl, who will betray her own mother for a man, and who might shout and scream how independent and how much they don't care what men think, but they really do. And that's why I'm a little afraid to say it, because like I said in my other videos, sometimes I say stuff that's so real, but then people are out here thinking to themselves like, wait, damn, she kind of got a point. And then people understand what I'm saying, you know, after they take a second to really think on it and chew over it and think about the people they know who act like that. But that's gonna be the BBL girlies. If you have a BBL, I immediately know that you're not a girl's girl. Immediately. I immediately know that you would betray your dearest, longest friend for a man, for male validation. These girlies, I love all the girlies, but do I trust all the girlies sometimes? Probably not. At the end of the day, I see the actions that BBL girlies do, and they are very male-centered type of people. Very, very male-centered, male-gazed. They don't care. They will do anything and everything to get approval from men, aka laying on a table and getting cut up for a man. And they will sit here and lie. They will go on platforms and they'll, you know, tell everyone around them like, oh, you know, I did it, you know, to feel good. I can afford it. You know, y'all just hating and this and that. And half of the BBL girls be working minimum wage jobs. And there's no hate to minimum wage jobs, but what are we hating? You think because you got surgery now everyone's going to hate on you? That's, I don't know what delusion that is. I don't know what that is. But I take no part. Even women like Kim K, they're taking out the BBLs. And I think it's because they realize what that comes with. And like I told y'all before, I think BBLs is a curse. Because what that comes with is, yeah, you're getting that male validation you want so bad, but look at the males it's attracting. Like honeys with bees, but these bees is broke. These bees is abusive. These bees is leeches. These bees love to hear you have your own apartment. Oh, I can use your car? Like, the type of bees that honey attracts is, these ain't the good bees.
Get attention from men. They want attention from men. They want a nigga with money, yada, yada, yada. So they just go get BBLs and whatever the fuck. And it's just like, I don't think that's true. Because let me tell you something. Personally, for me, I don't think that's true. But anyways, and it's not about me. I don't think women are getting BBLs to impress a man. Because let me tell you something. You could have a fucking elbow and a nigga gonna fuck you. Okay? Like, you could have an elbow and a man is gonna be after you. Like, they don't care. Like, let me tell you something. Men are not that picky. You know what I'm saying? Like, men are just not. And like, come on now. Let's be like women. We know our insecurities and we be thirsty to fix it because we just have been so shaped to believe that we gotta be perfect. And let's be real. Who judge women the most? It be us. Yeah, it be us women. Like, let's not front. And it's like, if y'all saying that I'm lying or anything, I mean, we could look at the comments. The comments speak for itself. Like, it's like, there's going to be more girls judging another girl on how she look. Like, it's a fact. Like, it is what it is. Like, that's just what we do. But, so, I just don't think that women are getting BBLs to impress these niggas. Like, it's too easy to impress a man. Like, come on now. You could have ears and a man is going to go after you.
All right, keep in mind, Cardi B is an entertainer. So it does matter for women that are in entertainment because the men that are in those spaces are like, they're not the best of guys is what I'm trying to get at. So let's unpack what she's trying to say right now. So I do agree to her that men will sleep with mostly anything. But yes, men might sleep with anyone, but they don't choose anyone. And a lot of women know that. Like, a BBL isn't about like sexual availability. It's about being visually competitive in a world where male attention is still like one of the strongest social currencies. You know, The whole reason for sex appeal and all that kind of stuff is for that male attention and also woman attention as well. We act like the male gaze doesn't still dominate culture. Music videos, Instagram trends, even TikTok dances, the ideal body that gets the most likes, the most attention in the comments, it's often not determined by women. It's what men drool over, promote, and reward with engagement. Now, women do criticize as well, kind of like what Cardi B is saying, but to say that it's not because of the male gaze is kind of like putting shades on to the reality in front of you. So when people say men will sleep with anything, like, yeah, maybe, but women aren't getting BBLs to be someone's late night option. They're getting them to be main characters in a room full of options. And like it or not, that script right there was written with the male gaze in mind. Take Cardi B, for example. A majority of her songs, her image is for the male gaze. It's for the drooling of the male gaze, especially that you're in rap, a male dominant industry.
Like a regular bitch or like just a regular person, they're not necessarily getting BBLs or getting their bodies done or whatever the fuck to impress men, because it's not that easy. It's really easy to impress men.
A part of me feels like that's mad insensitive to say at the end, that like regular girls aren't getting BBLs to impress men. So let me explain what I mean by that. It's kind of like you're Cardi B. You have all the attention. All these guys are in your DMs to have sex with you. And you're saying that regular girls are like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. You're gonna get men no matter what. Like, yeah, that's not the point. Like, you think girls want to get men all their life? Like, there is a portion of women that do want to do that, but there's also a big portion that just want to find the right guy and just chill out and settle down and give him everything, you know, and she gets everything and have like a healthy relationship. There are a lot of women that want that. To the normal girl, it doesn't affect the normal girl like it affects the girl that, like she mentioned the bartender, the stripper. So she's aware of it. But here's where it gets contradictory. Cardi B benefits from the same system she later critiques. She'll speak out about BBL culture, about how women shouldn't feel pressured, but she also helped normalize and popularize the extreme hourglass look that makes so many young women feel like they have to enhance themselves just to compete. It's like you can't push the beauty standard, profit off of it, and then act confused when girls start risking their lives to copy that. That's not empowerment. That's selective accountability, honestly. And I get it. She's not the root cause. Like, she's definitely not the root cause of this, but she's a high profile amplifier of the BBL era. And when celebrities act like they're just commenting on it, on the problem, while still posting thirst traps, body goals, edits, it feels very disingenuous, you know? Don't give a TED talk about body positivity with a surgically perfected body and no disclaimer. Like, if you're going to keep it real, you just got to keep it real. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hate, but it's like so contradicting. Like, people will get their body done and then just be like, oh, body positivity, love yourself. But it's like, there was a part of you that you didn't love. Like, there's a part of you that you wanted to cut out. And why don't you want to speak about that part? You want to bury that part, but be the spokesperson for body positivity. And I know I'm touching on stuff that, hey, I might not know much about, as far as like, you know, I'm not under the knife, but at the same time, it's like, it's blatant. And at the end of the day, Cardi B is not a villain. She's just a reflection of the culture that we see every day. But if you're going to ride the wave, you got to own your part in the making it bigger, because silence, or worse, hypocrisy, just leaves regular girls to deal with the pressure you helped build. Tell me what you think in the comments.
I got a popular opinion. Women that get work done on their bodies are not doing it for themselves. They're doing it for men. And not only that, but they're actually insecure. Look, let me tell you something. I love a fat ass. I am no better than a man whatsoever. Because anytime I see a fat ass, I'm finna look. I might even grab it with consent. But the one thing I can't really get jiggy with is the BBL booties. They're not even attractive in the slightest bit. And every time I see a BBL, I always have to question what would possess somebody to go lay on the table and let somebody slice and dice them up like the turkey on Thanksgiving.
It's definitely attention. It has to be attention.
Why? Then y'all will spend all that money getting those procedures done, then come back and say, oh, men don't even like women with natural bodies. Yes, they do. They love us real bad, actually. Now y'all see Cooking with Kaya? Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Y'all don't like that girl because she is confident in her natural state.
Everything about her is natural. And men love it. And some of you guys are mad that you spent all this money and men don't want to do anything with you but to just have sex with you. When are you guys going to learn that getting your body done is not going to secure you a man? If you ain't got no personality, you don't got no drive, you don't got nothing going for yourself, none of that matters. But I'm here to tell you right now that men do not like BBL booties, okay? They really don't. Be confident in yourself and adore the body that God has given you, okay? And stop projecting your insecurities onto other people.
So another reason why I regret getting my BBL is because I thought that my life was going to change. Like, I don't know, not change, but like I thought that I would be making more money or something, or just
For some reason, I do also see that, like, a lot of people connect BBL and plastic surgery directly to more money. And I think it's because a lot of influencers that might have already got popular before the BBL, or maybe like right at the start of their come up, get BBLs and they associate it with money, attention, and status for some reason. But let's keep going.
I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie. I went to like most unsafe, one of the most unsafe places to get the surgery done, and I went by myself. Like, I really could have, like, something bad could have happened to me, bro, and I was alone. But I was young and I was turned. I'm still young and I'm still turned, but I was really young and turned, and I really didn't care. No fucks was given. And I regret it because a lot of people who wasn't looking my way before started to look my way now. And then unfortunately, when you realize that these same people that wasn't even checking out before is actually lames in real life, and the people who actually checked for you before the BBL was actually one of the realest people. Yeah.
Yo, I want to speak to that because I think that this girl, like, actually said a lot of valid things, and I love her for speaking up. The people that liked you when you didn't like yourself were the people for you. They literally liked you. Like, let's say you hated yourself. They liked you as is. They loved you for who you were before all the modifications. That's what you want in life. You don't want people to like you after you have altered yourself. You went in all this debt, or, you know, you're fighting to have some type of security inside, and now they finally like the facade of you, what you're pretending to be. You know, half of the time you do so much work. There's another thing when it comes to surgery, plastic surgery in general. It's kind of like a sign up for multiple other plastic surgeries down the line. You start with one, and then you know, women deal with body dysmorphia, and then there's also something else you want to alter, and the next thing you know, you're like 6 surgeries in. And then God forbid you have any complications. Now your dream, your one-time surgery turns into 10 others, and people are, you know, you might have life-threatening. It's just a downhill spiral of surgeries, and it all starts from loving yourself from the begin with. I think there are some people that do have cosmetic surgeries that have a healthy understanding of who they are, and they do the surgery and they turn out to be a lot better. And I think that's the best way to go through it. Have these cosmetic surgeries in a healthy mindset. But there's a lot of other, you know, that's like a small percentage in comparison to all the other people that are doing it for, one, either the male gaze, two, to feel better about themselves, which is a long road to go down. It's just so many.
This girl said that girls with BBLs are not modest, that it goes out the window. Guess what? I have a BBL. And every time I run on the treadmill, I look to be embarrassed. I know people be watching me because I know this shit looks ridiculous. So let me film myself running real quick. Okay, ready? Wait, Alice, wait. How's that shit looking? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Fuck, I checked. I gotta refinish it. Fuck.
Listen, I know it's not socially acceptable to tell the truth anymore. I know it's not politically correct to be honest anymore. So here goes. Ladies, if you go to a country that you've never been to before and finance a surgery that is life-threatening, prioritize that over your kids, over buying a house, over even paying off your car and paying your freaking bills, just to have a body that you don't genetically have.
I just want to say, some girls be getting BBLs and going back to their apartments, going back to the hood and all that. You know, they trying to get their come up.
That no woman in your family has. That's an insecurity. That's an insecurity. Listen, if I ever go get the tummy tuck, which I've thought about, which I don't think I'll ever get, but if I do, I'm just going to admit it was an insecurity that I had. And that's why I went and did it. God damn, it's not a crime to have a freaking insecurity. Fess up. You were insecure. God damn.
Yo, chat, why do you think people are unable to admit their insecurities, you know? I think a part of it is probably because they're trying to get over it. They're desperately trying to get over their insecurities, and you're kind of reminding them of it. It's kind of like you're trying to get over you're like, let's say you're trying to get over your ex, and then your friends are always like, yeah, how's your ex? How's your ex? Like, did you ever like your ex? And they're just like, yo, I'm trying to move on. Is it that? Like, because I do agree that people should take accountability, and, you know, like the fact that there are a lot of people that have surgery that are able to admit that they have, you know, some type of insecurities, but that a lot of people is very small to all the other people that want to bury their insecurities. I mean, they're literally cutting their insecurity out, literally, like no pun intended. They're cutting their insecurity out, and they don't want to talk to it. They buried it somewhere that they paid a lot of money to not be found, you know?
I'm just trying to figure out, since when did fixing something about yourself mean that you don't love yourself? Okay, so let me rephrase this. Because people is associating this fact that if a girl go get surgery, if people go out here and go fix their teeth or something, they don't love themselves. They'll be like, love yourself, love yourself.
LightskinKeisha took to her TikTok platform and decided to make a conversation about fixing something on yourself, meaning you don't love yourself. I really want y'all to be serious at times. And one thing about me, I understand I have a very unserious gender. Y'all know me. Y'all may not like what I gotta say, but I'm gonna say it anyways. This is how I know we're unserious. We're the same gender that promotes body positivity, loving yourself as you are. Self-love is the best love. That's my favorite. Or we'll sit there and fight a man tooth and nail in a relationship with us, telling us that we look like we're letting ourselves go or gaining too much weight. But then you'll turn around and tell him he should love you as you are, but you can't even love you as you are. Then you'll turn around and listen to a woman who is an anomaly in America, because on average women make 82 cents to $1 to a man. Black women hold 51% of unmanageable debt. They're the most enrolled, and women actually in America take up 58% of American student loan debt. Took notes on this because my mental had exceeded the level of delusions of grandeur that I can handle at my mental capacity. I didn't understand why we're comparing teeth to a BBL. When it comes to teeth, it can lead to more than bad breath, such as gum disease, gingivitis. You can die from a toothache, or even cancer. She failed to mention that because she wanted to make a point that did not stand. BBLs are cosmetic surgery, and then she mentioned insecurity. I wrote the definition down, which is a feeling of inadequacy, not being good enough, or uncertainty. Uncertainty or an anxiety about oneself. So if you're going to fix something about yourself, it absolutely means you do not love yourself. It absolutely means you are insecure about yourself. Nobody's projecting their insecurities on you. I hate the money talk when it comes to celebrities. They're so far removed from society, they don't even realize the average American can't even pay a medical room emergency bill right now. However, I wouldn't expect more from a woman. The only time she felt good enough about herself was when she went and bought her confidence. There are other ways to sustain getting validated from strangers than simply going laying on the table and letting somebody cut on you.
Bro, she went so crazy, I just stayed quiet. I had to listen. I think she touched on a lot of great points, and it kind of made me think while I was listening, like, we have to get back to society that just loves ourselves and promotes self-love in actuality, you know? Not the fake self-love that, oh, you know, like, do what I say, not what I do type of thing, and I'm better than you, so I'm gonna go get surgery and look the best and crap on you in the clubs and all that kind of stuff and tell you you're broke and all that kind of stuff. Because I do see that a lot. Like, people with BBLs and with money will say, you didn't get a BBL because you're broke. Like, you know, they start to look down on you. Bro, like, why can't we just love ourselves and promote what that actually means? You guys are really gonna have to tell me in the comments what you think, and please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. That's my goal right now. Trying to build a community. You already know the grind. Let me know. Tell me, out of all these perspectives, what perspective do you have? Because I don't think that one perspective is more right than another. I think all perspectives can exist, but also hypocrisy has to be called out at the same time. Let me know what you think. Until next time.